Alrighty y'all, welcome back to yet another video. So what we have here is my G20 330 and we've been modifying this car pretty extensively, and today we're going to be changing out the front side fenders. I just put on this carbon fiber hood not too long ago and it turned out absolutely amazing. If you want to see the install video on that, I'll leave it in the description below. But we got some new fenders over here which are also made of carbon fiber. I got this from Alibaba and they feature a vented design over here and then the M3 style arch kind of shape. So yeah, we have two pieces over here. It's pretty much a plug and play process. And if you look carefully at that weave, man, it is a hand-laid carbon fiber all around. And the way this works is pretty simple. There's just a couple of bolts on top, down over here. There's two over here connecting the fender to the bumper, one over here behind the door, and one over here. I still have to play around with the fitment because a lot of times with aftermarket stuff, it never fits exactly. Just like this hood, the gap here is pretty good, but then it kind of is sitting a little high over here. So like stuff like that, you kind of have to just accept or kind of maneuver and adjust. I'm gonna get rid of my spacer here. So now what you want to do is use a 10mm and take out all of the bolts surrounding the wheel liner. Now on the rear side of the liner, you might notice these three pieces, and these have to be popped out, but in order to get these out of here, you essentially have to break them. So I'm gonna grab a small little drill bit and just poke a hole in the middle. That way it'll loosen up the clips and then we can pry them out. Alrighty, so we got the front wheel arch off and the rear one. Just for the rear one, you have to be sure that you get all the bottom bolts out that go all the way around. And for these, essentially just drill a small hole through the middle, which will pretty much snap the locking mechanism. So these do have to be replaced. So for the fender, there are a couple bolts you have to remove from the bottom side. So where the bumper is, there are two bolts holding it in to the fender. And if you move to the rear of the vehicle into this gap where your washer fluid bottle is, there's a bolt all the way down here, which hopefully you guys can see. So because that bolt is pretty deep in there, we're gonna use a pretty long extension, as you can see, and that's how we're gonna be able to get this out. Then we're gonna go ahead and remove the two bolts on top where the fender is. Let's see if we can separate the bumper. There we go. So now we're gonna go underneath the hood. We have a couple of bolts to remove up top here. First, we gotta remove all this plastic paneling, which is held on by clips. All right, now that you got the plastic out the way, let's take out the 10 mils. Now there should be one more bolt between the door and the fender, which I haven't been able to find. So I have my passenger door open right now. The last and final bolt should be right in this area, which seems like there's a rubber gaskets here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pry that open. Oh yeah, it's right over there. I can see the 10mm hiding behind this. I don't think you need to remove this all the way. Just kind of bring it back a bit just to get enough leverage. I don't want to drop the bolt. I got it. Alrighty, so a little update. We almost have this thing off, but we are missing one more bolt we have to remove, which is in the center portion. Now, something I noticed is that with the G series BMWs, it's a lot more complicated compared to the F series. On the F series, you only have one bolt up here, one bolt down here, and then one up here, which this car actually, I had to do that as well. I forgot to mention, there was one more bolt behind the side skirt that goes upward. But on the G series, there is an additional center bolt right over here. And so when I was trying to remove the fender, it wouldn't come off. And so what I did is I dropped the washer fluid bottle, basically two 10mm, one over here, one on the other side, which you can access like this and on top. And then this thing just comes down. And that reveals the final bolt in the middle right over there. So if you look carefully, it's just right in the middle. So that's the last 10mm. And once you get that 10mm out, then this whole thing should lift up. It's also starting to drizzle, which is kind of annoying. You can see all the water droplets on the car. So I am working in the rain today. It says it wasn't gonna rain at first, but it just came out of nowhere. But luckily it's pretty light. Alrighty, now let's get this fender out of here. All right. I did also drop my bolt down here, so I'm gonna fish it back out. So taking a look at the OEM fender, there are a couple brackets we need to transfer over. So right over here, this is a black piece. You wanna transfer that over to your new one. And on the bottom, there should be a bracket, but it's not on here. It fell into the gap, so I'm gonna pick that out and then transfer it over to the new one. So yeah, just 2 brackets you have to transfer over. And then on the back side of the fender, there is this rubber gasket for water prevention. So you do want to transfer this over. There's just a couple clips in the back here. Additionally, if you look carefully on the new fender, there's not even any holes here cut out for the bumpers to attach. So we'll figure it out. I'm gonna just mount it on and then I'll see where the holes go, and then I'll have to drill my own holes. Make sure everything lines up properly. Alrighty, and we have the new fender installed and bolted up on the car. Now it is starting to rain a lot heavier. It's hard to see on camera, so we do have to call it quits for today and continue this process. But essentially what I did is I got the top bolts lined up and bolted in. It's a little bit out over here, so I do have to adjust that. And then the line coming down is pretty consistent, and then this side's a little deep, this side's pretty flush. So, you know, you have to play around with the fitment. Right over here with the bumper where it meets the fender, spot on fitment. Look at that, super crisp line. So yeah, I gotta say installation was a little more tedious than I expected, mainly because of the washer fluid bottle that we have to remove, but also a lot of the bolts and stuff don't exactly line up. So this over here, it's completely empty. So essentially we would have to drill holes in here. This is just hollow, this is hollow, right? So there's a couple of things that are missing. Also on the new fenders, it doesn't feature the center bolt. So I didn't have to put that one back in. Just the original fender, you have to remove the center bolt. This one only has the bottom bolt and the top bolts, and then that's pretty much it. So that is just something to keep in mind, that you are gonna have to rearrange some of the hardware. The bracket down here didn't exactly fit, so I did have to trim a little bit of the carbon just in order for it to fit. That's kind of the thing with a lot of these components, is that they don't fit 100%. Like look at this right here. This is popped out a little bit more than this, so this has to go in, hence why there's a gap. So this has to be adjusted. Back to this part. Although it sits flush, I am not actually using any of the included brackets. So these are the original brackets that were on the car. This goes onto the bumper, and then this goes onto the fender, and then they pretty much just meet together, you know, and that's how they bolt on. But it just wasn't fitting properly, and the holes were all in the completely wrong direction. So I ended up just drilling new holes into the fender and then just putting the bolts in with a washer and a nut on the back side, and it works. So that's pretty much how you're gonna have to do it. But honestly, it still works pretty well. I still have to adjust the fitment a little bit, and while removing the original fender, I did end up scratching up this part of the paint. So it's a good idea to mask this off with tape. And personally, I don't really care, because all of this is gonna have to be sanded down anyway, and this whole car is going to be restored. I'm going to do the other side of the fender off camera just so I can bust that out and then fix up all the corrections with the fitment and everything. Like the hood is still a little bit off as well. It's not fully flush. It kind of sits a little crooked. But yeah, once we get everything dialed in, I'll come back with another video kind of updating you guys and doing the rest of the body kit.